He stops at the door of one such house, bangs a wobbly iron door with his foot and pushes it open. We enter a half-built shack. In one part of it, thatched it with the dead grass, is a firewood stove over which sits a large vessel of sizzling spinach leaves. On the ground, in large aluminium platters, are more chopped vegetables. A frail young woman is cooking the evening meal for the whole family. Through eyes filled with smoke, she smiles. First of all, please underline the second last line of page 17. Through eyes filled with smoke, she smiles. So students, as Anish Young, she was walking along with Mukesh to the town of Firozabad, she could find out that the condition of the Firozabad and wherever the families were living in Firozabad, the condition was too bad of the town. Stinking lanes were there, they were choked with garbage, there was no proper drainage and sewage system, and that it was too pathetic or too tragic to watch such condition. And all of a sudden, Mukesh just comes in front of a door and he just gives a bang to an open, wobbly, shaky iron door, and the door gets open. And what could what was the atmosphere inside Mukesh house? It was like a half-built shack. It was not a proper constructed house. It was really rebuilt, and somewhere it was it was somewhere, I could not say that it was actually good, somewhere it was okay, and somewhere it was like too bad, something like this was there. So what was there inside the house? It was, it was like a dead grass was there, no proper plantation was there. At the one end, a stove was there, and on the stove, someone was cooking the spinach leaves, and on the other side, the author could see that, there was a large aluminium, because they don't have a chopper to chop the vegetables, so it was a large aluminium, low quality aluminium platter was there where some chopped vegetables was there, and somebody, a young woman, she was cooking some meal, evening meal for the whole family, and through the eyes filled with smoke, she smiles. Why eyes filled with smoke? Why? Because they don't have proper ventilation, they don't have proper air and sunlight to come and to just bad air to just go outside. They don't have a proper modular kitchen. The condition of the kitchen and the condition of the house was too bad, and it was what? It was all smoky. She could if not, she was not even able to see, but she was so very happy to find someone at her place. So she just gives a smile. But this smile is very ironical. That's why I told you to underline this line. That is just I'm going to reveal right now. Please pay attention. Through the eyes filled with smoke, she smiles. She is the wife of Mukesh's elder brother. Not much older in years, she has begun, he commands respect as the Bahu, the daughter-in-law of the house, already in charge of 3 men, her husband, Mukesh, and their father. When the older man enters, she gently withdraws behind the broken wall and brings her veil. Veil means what? Veil means just give a proper closure to the to the face, just to hide the face. She just covers her face. With with some kind of scarf or something like this. As custom demands, daughter-in-laws must veil their faces before male elders. In this case, the elder is an impoverished bangle maker. Okay, now what is happening? See, now we are coming to know another character in this particular Mukesh family, and what? It is like what? It is the young woman. Young woman, as Anish Young actually enters the house of Mukesh, she could see that a young woman was cooking meal for the whole family, and it was what? The young woman was not, she was old, she was married, but she was not too older in years. She was not, too mature. She was really very looking, but she has been married again, because it might be possible that practice of child marriage is there. Because if they are practicing child marriage, it is very much obvious, it is very much possible that child marriage will be too common in Firozabad. So she is very young woman, and and another factor is what? But the problem here is that she has, got so much duties and responsibilities in her life, at a very young age, because she has become the daughter-in-law of Mukesh, Mukesh father, because she is a wife of whom? She is the wife of Mukesh brothers. This young woman is the wife of. She is the wife of Mukesh brother. She is the wife of Mukesh brother, but she is though really not old. She has been married. It is very much possible that she might have been married really very soon. But at this this is not the right time for her to become daughter-in-law of somebody's house, because with marriage, marriage is just not about keeping fancy dreams on and you are going to have a very superficial kind of life. No, it just tells us marriage is a very sacred relation. It is going to bring lot of responsibilities and duties in your life, but it is not the right or suitable age for this young girl to work as a daughter-in-law in somebody's house. But unfortunately, she's again devoid of the education opportunities, and she has been married by her parents too early, and she has been married to Mukesh brother, and that's why she's the daughter-in-law of, she's the daughter-in-law of Mukesh family and so on. But she has got so many duties, and because there are like lot many people in Mukesh family. Mukesh family has this young woman, who is a wife of Mukesh brother. Secondly, her husband is there, Mukesh brother is there, Mukesh is there, and one another, the grandfather is also there. So every time, this is a custom, this is a tradition of their house, and every time some male members, whenever male members enter into the house, Mukesh, this young lady, she just has to cover her face. She cannot just keep her face really very open. She cannot smile. So there is no much freedom even given to this young woman, and lot of evil practices definitely will be there. Social evils definitely will prevail in such kind of society, and this is too much obvious to understand, I think. Okay. Alright, as custom demands, daughter-in-laws must veil their faces before male elders. Okay, in this case, the elder is an impoverished bangle maker. Despite long years of hard labor, first as a tailor, then bangle maker, he has failed to renovate a house, sent two sons to school. All he has managed to do is teach what he knows, the art of making bangles. Okay, now what is the main idea, or what is the main crux of this kind of Mukesh family, that there are number of characters. It was a young woman who was married to Mukesh brother. Mukesh is there, and even Mukesh father is there. And now the writer is just telling us about the character of Mukesh father. That Mukesh father is what? He is a very poor person. Now he is working as a bangle maker. First of all, he was a tailor, but he has remained what? He has remained poor throughout of his life, and maybe he is going to remain poor as well in the upcoming generation. He has failed to send his two sons, the Mukesh and maybe his brother, to the school, and he has lived his life like this throughout his life, and maybe nothing is going to change, like Okay. All he has managed to do is teach them what he knows, the art of making bangles. He has just done one thing in his life, that he has just got success in just making these children, Mukesh brother, Mukesh father, in what? In the art of making bangles, and he has not provided any sort of education to these children, and he has even failed to renovate or to build a house. He has not been able to give proper kind of amenities or facilities to their family, but he has just taught them what he knew. That was the only skill that he knew, and that was the art of making bangles. Okay, so students, it is his karam, his destiny. Now I would really like you to concentrate on page 18, second paragraph, please. It is his karam, his destiny, says Mukesh grandmother, who has watched her own husband go blind with the dust from polishing the glass of bangles. Now, as we have just discussed about, that what kind of atmosphere was prevailing in Firozabad. Every family, and as well as the Mukesh family was involved in the art of making bangles, but the condition was too pathetic, it was too tragic, the stinking lanes were there, garbage was really choked in the lanes and so on, and there were like too many characters in Mukesh family. It was Mukesh brother, and he was married to a very young woman, and she was not enough mature to be married, but maybe Again, I would like to say the practice of child marriage can be there. There might be some social evils, prevailing in such society, because they are not being provided proper kind of education opportunities. See, and apart from Mukesh and Mukesh brother and his wife, there was Mukesh father, and he was a very poor, and Mukesh grandfather was also there, and Mukesh grandmother was also there. So when it comes to Mukesh grandmother, when Anish Young was in as Mukesh place, the grandmother was saying, that it is his karam, his destiny. Why she is saying that it is his karam, his destiny? Because I told you in the very initial stage that here nobody wants to change. Nobody is ready to take any initiative regarding anything. They are just being busy in the art of making bangles from past so many generations, and they will be doing the same thing in the upcoming future as well. So she adds on something, the grandmother says that, she's talking to the author and she's saying that it is his karam, his destiny. Whose karam or whose destiny? That who is destined to become like this? Who is destined to lose the eyesight? Every single person, whosoever is working in the glass bangle industry, every sort of person, every person will definitely lose their eyesight someday. And grandmother is what? Grandmother is not taking it seriously. She is saying that it is destined to be like this. Every person is bound to be like this at some point of time, because what? Their conditions are never going to change. And she is the one. She is the lady who has actually, experienced, who has actually encountered her own husband losing his eyesight, while while polishing these glass bangles, or while polishing, or while welding glass at the glass making industry. But when she says that it is his karam, his destiny, it simply means, this phrase, this narration simply means that nobody wants to change anything. Nobody is ready to give any kind of rebellious atmosphere here. Everyone is happy in just making glass bangles. But Mukesh is different. He is simply a rebel. He wants to be a motor mechanic. He wants to learn how to drive a car. So his dreams are what? That's why, the author, when we were talking about the opening paragraph of Mukesh introduction, given by Anish Young, she has written what? She has written herself that her dreams looms like a mirage. That's why his dreams, they just seems really blurry to us, they seems really kind of, sort of invisible to us, that they are going to just fade away because nobody is interested in doing something else. Okay. Can God-given lineage ever be broken, she implies? Please underline the word. Can God-given lineage ever be broken, she implies? Born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but bangles. In the house, in the yard, in every other house, every other yard, every street in Firozabad. See, students, she says that it is a God-given ancestry. It is their heritage. It is their ancestral kind of stuff, that they have been born in the caste of bangle makers, and they are bound to be. See, students, nowadays, as we are living in 21st century, our outlook towards life has really changed, But earlier, what used to happen? Earlier, definitely there were certain social evils and so like this. No doubt, Anish Young, she belonged to the category of 21st century writers, but even at certain parts of our country, there are certain people, who are yet not being provided, proper kind of education, and they don't have any exposure, they don't have any knowledge, they don't have any awareness, and they perceive the life like this, and they always think, that if, they belong to certain caste, they are bound to choose that sort of occupation. Earlier, what used to happen, earlier, our caste used to decide our occupation. If someone belongs to the low category or something like this, that person, never used to dream of something too fancy or something like this. That person used to dream of the same, I would say, small thing that his family used to follow. And now same as the case is with Mukesh family, his grandmother, his grandfather, his parents, his brother, his friends, and everyone everyone, they are just involved in the art of making bangles. And grandmother, she lays emphasis on the fact that they have been born in the caste of bangle makers, and that's why they are bound to choose such sort of occupation. And they have seen nothing but throughout their life, they have just seen bangles which were prevailing, in their house, in every corner of the house, in the yard, in every street of the Firoza. Because it is not only Mukesh family, it is what? It is every person whosoever involved in the class of in the art of making bangles, and whosoever lives in Firozabad. Now, if you really think about, if you really compare the character of Sahib-e-Alam was what? Sahib-e-Alam was a rag picker, and every person whosoever lived in Simapuri, they all used to what? They all used to do the job of garbage collection. They all used to pick the rags. And here in Firozabad, everyone is involved in the class of making bangles. No doubt, they used to face lot of troubles. They used to face lot of difficulties in making bangles, as there was no proper air, there was no proper ventilation, and they have to slog in the dingy cells, and they really have to lose their eyesight in their life. Once in their life, then they used to be blind. So whatsoever conditions were there, they accepted it as it is, and they never want to change it, because they think that maybe it is never going to change, nobody is going to help them, so they are just happy with it. They have accepted this reality, which is really worse, which is really very bad. Okay. Spirals of bangles. Now please pay attention. Now writer has just maybe she had just changed her tone, she had just changed her rhythm, and she really wants readers to just pay attention to the beauty of bangles, because it is not only because the writer doesn't only want us to give the dark side. Maybe she wants to tell the readers, maybe she wants to ensure the readers that see the beauty of bangles, because the art of making bangles, it is not an easy job. People are doing lot of labor, people are doing lot of effort in glass making industry. So it is what? It is not only like this. So it is lot of beauty is also involved. So now writer has given us a very brief or very beautiful description of bangles and how it is. Spiral of bangles. Please underline this word, please. Spirals of bangles: sunny gold, paddy green, royal blue, pink, purple, every color born out of the 7 colors of the rainbow. So as there are 7 colors in the rainbow, students, you might be aware of the Vibgyor concept. So as there are 7 colors in the sky, so these people used to make bangles out of the 7 colors in the rainbow, and every color, spiral in shape, and gold, paddy green, blue, pink, purple, every color was involved in the art of making bangles. That's why I'm telling you that Ani Jung here, what she has changed, the tone and style of her writing. Maybe she wants to, give a quick, I would say, quick surprise of the bright side in the art of making bangles. Okay. 7 colors of the rainbow lie in the mounds in unkempt yards, are piled on 4 wheels hand carts, pushed by young men along the narrow lanes of the shanty town. And in the dark hutments, next to the lines of flames of flickering oil lamps, sit boys and girls with the flames, with the fathers and mothers, welding pieces of colored glass in circles of bangles. Their eyes are more adjusted to the dark than to the light outside. That is why they often end up losing their eyesight before they become adults. Now, after giving the description, after changing the tone and style of, after giving us the brighter side of the bangles, now Ani Jung is actually taking us to what? She's taking us to the real side. She's taking us to the realistic vision behind the art of making bangles. That it is not only, we always see, whenever we go into the market, we see bangles, see the beautiful bangles again. But we never imagine, we never kind of thought for a while that see how much pain or how much labor must have been done by maybe the small children, or how many people might have been involved in such, in the art of making bangles. Now she is what? From after describing the beauty of the bangles, now she's telling us, the realistic side, and what is the realistic side, and how the transportation and how realistic side involves what? It involves the transportation. Now as the Firozabad is what? Firozabad did not have any proper drainage or sewage system. So what they use, and the people whosoever is working in glass mineral industry, they don't have proper transportation facility, and they can just send these bangles to the towns and cities. What they used to do, they used to make the bangles, and they used to carry all these bangles in some four-wheeled hand cart over there, and they used to pull it into the streets, and into the streets of this shanty town. Shanty town means very disturbed, lot of population is there, and it is a very crowded place. So they used to take all these bangles down from the streets, and then these used to be transported to the bigger cities and towns. But wherever this author was actually going in Firozabad, she could really see in every street that every young person, every small child, every young girl and boy, they were sitting along there with their fathers and mothers, or maybe their elders of the house, and they were just welding glasses, and they were working in the evening hours. It seems that their eyes have been more adjusted towards the darker side. They have lost the habit of working in some light and so on, and due to this, this is a major problem, and that's why it leads to lose their eyesight once in their life, because they are working every time in the dingy cell. They are working every time where? They are working every time in the dark, and that's why when they become adults, at their age, by reaching at that point of age, they all become blind. I hope this much video is clear to you, and next we are going to discuss in the next part. Thank you.